I am the off-screen demon. Alright, so it turns out Minmus actually has an awful lot of biomes. I think it has 8. So anyway, I just kept going back to Minmus with one of my very first rockets. I went back to Minmus over and over. I got as much science as I was able to get without losing my sanity after making the same mission over and over and over and over again. So I was able to unlock these. I actually only unlocked 2 technologies because I got 900 science, but these technologies are so expensive. But I got the big orange fuel tanks. Yes, finally got them. So this is my fancy schmancy rocket that I actually have not tested this rocket yet, but I found a flaw. This adapter is not connected to these engines. There we go. Something like this, maybe? Click. There we go. Much better. Okay, anyway. This is my rocket that I made. I also got the nuclear engines as well. I forgot about that. The idea with this rocket is this part gets me into space. This part gets me to Duna. And back, because I will have this part go into orbit around Duna, and then this part is the lander. It will land on Duna, and then lift off, dock with this bit in orbit around Duna. You can see the docking port right there, and then of course I have the docking port on top right there. So this will be sort of flipped over upside down when it docks, and then we will fly it back to Kerbal. That's the plan. It's probably not going to work though. But I do have lots of science stuff on this so I can get low and high atmosphere samples. Because Duna only has 1 biome. So I can pretty much get almost all the science possible in one run. Not all the science, but a lot of it. Yeah, and so that's the plan. I hope it works. Anyway, there's one problem I have, though, is that this bit right here, when this decouples, I'm not sure if this decoupler will stay attached to the docking port. I think it will. And if it does, that means docking will be impossible. So I'll need to test that in orbit around Kerbal before I start going off to Duna. That's assuming, of course, that this thing even gets off the ground. So, let's finally launch and see if we can get it off the ground into orbit around Kerbal, and then I'll test that docking thing, and hopefully it'll work, but I don't know. In fact, I don't even really need to get it into orbit, I just want to get it into space. Oh, okay, well, already found a problem. It's okay though, we can fix it with our magical space duct tape. The best invention ever. Space duct tape, boop, done. Easy, no problem. And, come on. There we go, much better. Alright, Jebediah, let's go! Launch! I noticed that my microphone was picking up the sound from my speakers, which I have on the other side of the room, so that won't happen. I hope it's not doing that now, because I moved them even further away and made them even quieter. Well, anyway, separate that stage. Okay. Well, that just kind of happens with the orange fuel tanks, though. There's not a lot you can do about it. I have the most powerful decouplers possible on there. So all I can really do is just launch and hope it doesn't do that again, because it's actually really, really stable because of this nice advanced stabilizer I put on here. Stabilization Advancement System, or something like that. I think that's what SAS means. Okay. There we go, didn't happen that time. I think, is our rocket 1 debris? Yes! From our very first rocket, we still have chunks sitting over in the ocean over there. And I also have some stuff over in the mountains over there. I don't know what that stuff is. And I think I had some stuff over here, too. I'm not sure where it went. But well, we are off to a little bit above Kerbal. I just going to record all of it because I don't want to deal with syncing Audacity and breaking the video and editing and some stupid crap. I don't want to do that. Okay, almost time. Okay, very good. Oh, it was not accelerating there. I actually put a skipper here, not a mainsail. The mainsail is, I think, twice as powerful as the skipper. The mainsail is the most ridiculously powerful engine in the whole game. I put a skipper on here thinking that this would get into space, and the skipper has a higher ISP, a higher efficiency in space. But it seems as though that's not going to be the case, and I should put a mainsail on that because I need more power in the engine. Also, this is flipping around. I don't like that. It's only rotating a little, though, so I'm okay with that. Alright, so it looks like I'm not even going to leave the atmosphere, and when I separate this stay... nope. RCS, come on. I didn't want to use my RCS because I need that for docking, but whatever, we can put on more SAS on this thing later. Anyway. Looks like this is not even going to get me into space. And yes, I am decelerating now. But that's fine, we're still probably going out into space, right? Yeah, 82,000 meters, that's fine then. I can still test the docking thing. Turn off RCS. No, we don't need it. We'll just keep burning until we go out into space. Okay, and then we will flip over this monstrosity to try and get ourselves into a bit of an orbit. A sort of semi-kind of orbit. Just to keep us in space long enough to test all this stuff. There we go. We're still decelerating, though. But whatever. It's not the point. Just keep burning. It's not like we're gonna run out of fuel anytime soon. Let's not use time acceleration too much. Point up again, thank you. Okay, that gives me 1 minute to do my testing, and that's absolutely not enough time, so let's keep going. Burning. Are we accelerating? We are accelerating. Okay, cool. I can do ×2 acceleration, can't I? Yeah. Okay, so it looks like I need to add a mainsail to this thing. That's alright, though. 48 seconds. Yeah, but we have longer in space total. And point it down a little bit more. Whoop. Nope, no you don't. I guess I'll just burn out all the fuel in this engine. Oh yes, and also, I have to manually activate this engine so that this this stupid sheath thing doesn't come off, because if this little sheath pops off and I click jettison, it'll destroy my rocket. Anyway, right now what I want to do is decouple this. Okay, then I can activate these engines. Ah, that's what I was afraid of. The sheath stayed attached. Okay, well, we can set this as our target. Oh no, this is kind of... Oh no, that's debris! Really? That counts as debris? Huh. I'm just screwing around, really. That's interesting. Alright, actually, I want to try to, dock with it. Let's turn RCS. And then docking controls, and let's actually go toward it. We should be able to do this. I have a big cylindrified monopropellant tank right there. That should be more than enough to actually get us around. I actually enjoy making rovers with monopropellant tanks because I'm really terrible with the wheels. I don't know why, but I can make rovers with. Oh, there, guy said it's my target. Okay, I can make rovers with RCS tanks really, really well. It's a lot of fun too to do that. Okay, slow down a bit in relation to our target. So scoot over on top of it. I want to be just above it so I can fly down to it. I want to see if it's possible to dock with it. Let's see. Something like this. Move a little bit over. How much time do we have? We are running out of time here in space, so we need to get this testing done pretty quickly here. Okay. We're not really directly above it. Okay, we just slow down in relation to the target. Okay, and then go out of docking controls so that I can turn off RCS and flip over. Just a little bit, like this. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a little indicator right there that tells me in what direction I need to face. Okay. And turn RCS again to stabilize us, and then go into docking, and then let's scoot over this way. Okay. Oh crap, we're in the atmosphere. Well, testing's over. Come to me, my pretty. Okay, well, I don't think docking is possible with that, so it looks like... Oh, actually, it says set as target. Yeah? Maybe. I'll do more testing. I'll be back later. Huzzah! So, with a little bit of testing, I was able to actually not change the rocket at all. I just had to screw with my stages a little bit, and I actually found that if you save the game, and then exit the game, and then load it again, the sheath for this engine disappears. So, that's useful. But anyway, yeah, woo! I actually successfully re-docked this thing. And now, of course, we're just going to pretend that this is Duna, and now we're going to fly back to Kerbal. Oh, look, we're back to Kerbal, man. That was easy. Now, I'm not sure what to do about this. Now, I would expect to be pretty much out of fuel, so we're going to go ahead and jettison those fuel tanks, even though they're full, just for the sake of testing. You know what? We'll jettison these two. Right, so we'll just assume that I'll make it back to Kerbal with just this remaining and nothing else. So... Oh, and actually, these would be gone too, now that I think about it. Oh wait, all this debris is going to stay in space around Kerbal. Oh well, whatever, we'll be fine. Okay. And now, I'll use my RCS. I want to burn in retrograde so that I can fall back to Kerbal. Like so. Yeah, my orbit was really screwed up. I wasn't trying to make a nice, neat, stable, safe orbit. I was just trying to freaking go, man. Okay, that's not working. That's not doing what it's supposed to do. It looks as though prograde and retrograde are backwards. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. If I burn in prograde, it's going to cause me to sink to the ground, I bet. Whoop. Well, or it could just make me flop over. That's helpful. But luckily I have RCS, so this isn't a big deal. Okay, and now burning in prograde. Yes, burning in prograde makes me go down because reasons. Sometimes the trackball gets backwards. It's probably because of these two docking facing each other. Like, this is now technically upside down, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we can just kind of eyeball it, you know, because that's rocket science. And we will fall gently to the surface. I want to do a daytime landing. I want to land right here. You know what? You know, while I'm here, would it be at all possible to sort of, you know, a bit of tweaking like this, maybe a little retrograde like that? Come on. No. Let me, no. Game. 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 Get that out. Game. No, focus back on the ship, dang it. Game. Oh, no, I don't want to do, no, stop it. Okay, fine, whatever. Oh, I know. What if I focused on Moon, okay, and then had it focus on Duna 2, right? Does that work? No! What the heck, game? Okay, whatever. Anyway, we will burn like this. I want to try and go to the poles. Because I've never been there before, and I might as well do something. Collect some science. So this test mission can actually be a real mission. With a retrograde like that. A 4-minute burn! Well, whatever. No, game! Stop! No, I don't want to delete the maneuver. I don't want to delete it at all! Game! What the hell, game? Okay, so it's being dumb. But whatever. God, I want... No! Take me back to the frickin'... I don't understand you, game. I don't understand you. No, don't focus on Kerbal. Click, 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 click. Oh! Whatever. I'll just go back to the surface. We'll have a nice daytime landing. Hopefully on land. And it'll be all good. Maybe I can land in the mountains or something. I haven't done that yet, I think. There we go. Yeah, let's burn like this to get us down into the mountains. Nope. Come on. You can do it. It's not really how I wanted you to burn. There we go. That'll work. Oh, wait. Didn't realize that it was still spinning. Dang you, spinning! Okay, whatever. Anyway, we're now going to, yeah, let's control from here. No, I don't want to rename it. I want to control from here, thank you, and then undock. There we go. Okay, and now we should be able to use our fancy schmancy landing gear and parachutes to safely return us to the ground. Why is that fuel tank almost empty? Why is that fuel tank almost empty? Oh, because my nuclear engine was burning from that tank. Huh. Interesting. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's just go back to the surface. Is this a new biome or anything? Nah. There we go. Oh, hey, something survived. Probably a lander leg. Oh, nope, never mind. Nothing survived. Seems to really want to flip over. I don't know why. Oh, it's because of this big old monopropellant fuel tank back here. We used a fair amount of that, but that's fine. Whatever. That's why I brought it. Should then safely return to the ground. And this is a very nice test mission. So it is definitely possible to do my plan. Well, I don't know. I didn't test everything. I don't know, maybe I can't exit Duna's atmosphere. Oh, hey, even got some science. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to shoot this thing off to Duna, and I'll be back when I have or have not done that. Oh my goodness, this took forever. Game keeps freaking out and telling me I don't have an interaction, and I know I do. I better. It was not fun organizing this thing, but hey, it looks like it finally has decided we're going to have an interaction with Duna. It's a really nice one, too. Only 6 million meters away. That's not so far in astronomical terms. And there it is, the red planet. Well, red and white. The Canadian planet! Unfortunately, I'm going really quickly. 1,000 meters a second. 1 kilometer a second is way too fast. Need to going about 300 or so. 300 meters a second, that is. Not 300 kilometers a second. That's escape velocity from the freaking sun. I think. It's really fast. Anyway. This stupid giant rocket, so big. But whatever. Alright, let's throttle up. Let's go to the periapsis here. How long do we have to burn? Looks like about 1 minute! Oh god, that's gonna use up all of our freaking fuel. Oh well. If we don't come back from this, so be it. Should be able to see Duna from here. I think. Somewhere around here. Oh, haha, there it is. Hi, Duna. I'm really close. That is really close. Hi, Duna. Hello. Whoop. Goodbye, fuel tanks. I don't think I'm going to go for an interaction with Ike. The only reason I'll go to Ike, the moon right there, is if it somehow was able to slingshot me closer to Duna, or maybe away from Duna. Then I might, but I didn't bring enough science stuff to get all the science from near Duna and Ike and all that, so yeah. I will see what the science values for high over Duna are. I actually still don't have the science for high over the sun, so there's a lot of science for me to get here. And oh my goodness. This is taking a long time. Was I right? About 300 meters a second is where we need to be? Go ahead and turn off RCS. I don't think it's entirely necessary right now. Because I just kind of pulled that number out of my butt. That'd be really cool if I was right. It's pretty close. And boop. Okay, we are in orbit around Duna. Now, let's get some science values and see what the value for this stuff is. 175, huh? That's not the best. 56, alright. Well, anyway, I know what I'll do. Because Duna has an atmosphere, I can just use its atmosphere to put me in a decaying orbit. Which is a much more efficient way than just, you know, using your rocket engines to burn fuel to get you to go down. I also might have an interaction with Ike. I actually hit the planet at a pretty good angle, so I might hit Ike. Maybe. Could set it as target and we'll just, I'm 4 degrees off, but when we're this close, it doesn't really matter that much, I hope. Go ahead and unset the target. Just if we interact with Ike, that's 9. That's 9. Why did I say that? That's fine, but if not, that's okay too. We're only going at 50 meters a second, though, so any slight nudge will change this periapsis quite a lot. I think. I'm not sure. How fast are we going at the periapsis? About 290 meters a second. Okay. Let's start burning a bit here. And bring in the periapsis to about 20,000 meters or so. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. Oh wait, no, that would have me smash into Ike. That's not quite ideal. Oh no, that's actually not that bad. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Looks like a periapsis of 37,000 meters from Ike. Okay. Better keep an eye on this, though, just in case it actually wants to throw me into the planet. But yeah, man, Ike's gonna slow me way down. Cool. Am I still high over Duna? Definitely. 4 million meters is not exactly close in Kerbal terms. Wow, it's gonna do weird things in my orbit. Oh my goodness, I am going to scratch the surface of Ike. Not really, but I'm coming really close. There's Duna. Hey, Ike! What's going on? Well, I know what I can get an EVA report. Yeah, I can just store those, so I definitely want to get an EVA report. 56, that's the same as high over Duna. Let's see here. That's the fuel tank. It doesn't do much science. 175, that's the same. Okay, so I'll just allow it to stay. Though this definitely would count as near Ike. If it doesn't count as near Ike, it absolutely should. My goodness gracious. Yeah, Ike's gonna slow us way, way, way down. Ike's gonna do all of our decelerating for us. Thanks, Ike! So, while we're here, near Ike, let's go ahead and get another EVA report. We're near Ike. Cool. Awesome. That's, 112 science I never intended to get, but okay, cool. And now, we are in a very, very lovely orbit around Duna. Much, much closer. Thank you, Ike. That was very helpful. Now, we want to go to nice, low orbit with Duna. Because, this little rocket I have, this lander, it has fuel. It can get up into space. Well, I mean, actually, I've never tested it on Duna. This is the first time I've gone to Duna in this playthrough, but, it can go pretty high on Kerbin. So if it can go high on Kerbin, I assume it can go really high on Duna. It doesn't have any wings, though. Too late now. Even if this mission fails, it was still really cool. Anyway, let's stop this rotation. I want to go into a really, really low orbit around Duna. Really low, like 25,000 meters low. Super low. I want to be outside the atmosphere, obviously. Now, Kerbin's atmosphere begins at 70,000 meters, so I'm going to assume Duna's begins around, say, 40,000? We'll say 50,000. We'll be on the safe side. I don't want to waste too much fuel here, because I can just allow its atmosphere to slow me down for me. Okay. And we'll do 47. Okay, that's fine. So, we'll go around. Hopefully Ike doesn't try and throw us around again. Okay, so, let's see. We're currently 70,000, 59,000. Okay, here's our barometer up here. It looks like we are not in the atmosphere. So, in that case, it's okay to do an EVA and get space near Duna. That EVA report done. Okay, let's see. As we pass 47,000 meters, we are not in the atmosphere. Okay, did I bring barometers? I think I brought barometers. I'm pretty sure I brought barometers. Whatever. Okay, that's not in the atmosphere. Good deal. So, we can try again. And Duna only has one biome for the whole planet. The poles and the surface are all the same. There are some Easter eggs on Duna, though. Looks like I'm close enough to Ike for a gravitational interaction, but I guess not. Like there's a Great Rift Valley, you can see it right there, like on Mars. And there's also the Kerbal face. That's a fun one. Okay, we're gonna go down to 33,000 meters. We'll try that. That should get us pretty close. Okay, we're currently at 80,000, 76,000, 59,000. Actually, I can just look here and see if my apoapsis starts coming toward the planet. Aha! Okay, we've started changing. Looks like the atmosphere starts at about 40,000 meters. Okay, so my orbit should be at about 50,000 meters then. Just barely affecting my apoapsis, though. Yeah, it's. I can only go at 4 times speed. I'm in the atmosphere. I'm just barely skimming the surface, though. I wonder what biome this counts as. Let's go and get a material sample and see what this is. It's still space near Duna. Can I get a barometric pressure reading? Nope, still says I'm in a vacuum. Alright. But look at the barometer right there. I am just barely in the atmosphere. And unfortunately, I can only go at 4 times speed now, so we're going to have to slowly crawl. Actually, we're going at 1.2 kilometers a second. That's actually pretty fast. Whatever. We should really slow down due to the atmosphere on our next flyby, because I'm going to fly by 30,000 meters? I don't know. That was pretty close. Still in the atmosphere? Okay, 41,000 meters. There we go. We're out of the atmosphere. So we just barely touched it. Anyway, I'm going to keep messing with this. I'll be back later. Okay, I'm running the game in windowed mode now. Hopefully it'll stop crashing, because it crashed just now. But also, something struck me. So I'm currently in orbit around Duna. Pretty good. Nice circular orbit. 50,000, 51,000, that's about right. It's outside the atmosphere. But I'm thinking. I'm going at 900 meters a second, and that's awfully fast. Will my lander be able to get up off the surface and meet with this thing going 900 meters a second? Will it have that much fuel? I mean, I guess optionally, I could try and just set this whole thing down and do it. No. No. Not an option. No. All of my no. So, I'm actually going to leave this here in orbit. I'm sure Jebediah, he'll be fine. Don't worry about him. We're going to go now. Oh, you know, Bill and Bob are still on Space Lab. They're still on that space station that I'll probably never use. Oh well. I'm sure they're fine. Okay, so Duna Bound 2. Now I want to test something. So we're going to take this away. Along with that. And we're going to launch this and not save it. I don't want to save this rocket for fear of overriding my last rocket, and I don't want to make all that crap again. Okay, so we have a new Kerbal. His name is Matt Zahn. Okay, Matt Zahn, you are now the guinea pig test subject. I want to see just exactly how high this thing can go. Whoa! Well, it apparently needs RCS like nuts. Okay, alright. For its launch. Hum-dee-dum. My last test launch, I only did one test launch of this before, and I actually just went up like 10,000, not 10,000, like about 1,000 meters or so, and that was good enough for me. So perhaps I should have tested this more. Okay, let's turn on SAS. Throw it up a little bit. Turn on RCS, and turn SAS on and back off again. Okay, so it requires a... High flagpole, high! Okay, well, it requires an awful lot of RCS. Because of this huge RCS fuel tank I have on it. Didn't think about that. Okay, well, anyway. We don't need to be throttled up all the way. Let's pretend it's Duna. And my... What? Why are my parachutes on the stage? That's weird. Okay, let's fix that. So I have to constantly... try and control this thing with my RCS, because it always wants to tip over due to this huge monopropellant tank. I didn't think about that. That was rather dumb of me in retrospect. I need the huge monopropellant tank to be able to lift up the huge monopropellant tank. So I didn't need nearly as much monopropellant as I brought. That's okay. Anyway, this is just a test. At a pretty low throttle, even on Kerbal, we can go up a fair amount. Now again, I have to constantly burn this monopropellant fuel. I've already burned 30 units of it, and I've barely gone anywhere. So that's a problem. Oh man, every time I throttle up, it just freaks out. More testing is needed. So, I definitely should have tested that lander before I sent it out to Duna. Oh well, it's way too late now, so let's just, hope for the best. Because I'm stuck with it. There's not a lot I can really do. I mean, what I could do is just bring this home right now. Like it is. But I did not come out all this way for nothing. Now, what I have to do is, I have to click on this thing, control from here. Then, the highest I got this was 20,000 meters over Kerbal, which I would translate as 50,000 meters over Duna. And then I will decouple that. So now we're decoupled. So I should... Oh, I need to work with my stages too. Okay. Let's see. Let's put these in stage right here. We'll keep this separate. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll just manually activate these. Because I want to kind of scoot away before I fire my decoupler, which is going to go flying off at a very high speed and might break something. So, need to be careful about that. Okay. Those are all there. I want to fire my parachutes first because I'm going to be landing this. Okay. Let's actually go to docking mode, turn on RCS, and then sort of scoot forward a bit. Okay, there we go. Now back to staging. Now let's flip over and decouple this. It should go flying out into space. Yeah, there. Shoo. Wow, that went really fast. I sure hope I didn't just break the game by trying to do that. Okay, anyway. Has that changed my orbit a little bit? Not much. Okay, good. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the daytime side of Duna. And we're going to have ourselves a jolly old time. This counts as debris, technically. Yeah, we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be back. Okay. So I haven't burned any of this fuel at all. And I hope to not burn any of it until I get down to the surface. I'm going to go to the daytime side of Duna, and I'll cut ahead when I'm doing that. Another problem. That counts as debris. It does not count as a ship in orbit. So I have to keep it constantly as my target. And hope, because else it will actually despawn from the game. And hopefully I'll be able to find it again. The good news is that we're on a nice... Oh, keep clicking out of the game, dang it. We're on a nice little intercept course with Duna. We're going to slowly go down to the surface and hopefully not smash into anything. And yeah, I think when it gets 21 kilometers away, it'll despawn, so we need to keep an eye on that. Please don't despawn. Pretty please, pretty please don't despawn. Well, anyway, there's Duna. We're going down into the surface. We should slow down pretty well. Yes, sirree Bob. Man, it would suck to have him be stuck on Duna. It looks like it's not going to despawn. That's really cool. Nice. Then I can keep it as my target and use it for stuff later. Oh, we're increasing speed as we're falling. Ah, that's fine. The atmosphere will take care of that. Or will it? Speed is still increasing despite the atmosphere. Yes, yes! I set it as my target and that's stopping it from despawning. Okay, good. Just don't left click. Else it'll really, really despawn. Okay, anyway, we are going way down into the... onto the surface of Duna. Oh, I'm so glad it's staying as my target. Nice and selected. Okay, okay, now we're going to deploy the chutes. I set them to deploy at 800 meters. I don't know if that's really a good idea. Oh my god. We're a lot closer than I thought. Oh god. 800 meters was way too high. And that destroyed my parachute too. Adding insult to injury. Well, we made it. We're here. That solar panel still works. I believe our target is somewhere there. There it is, yeah. Still in over on Duna. Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and get some mystery goo samples. Only 80 science, really? It's actually not that much. Well,